1. John Edward Jones, Nutty Putty Cave, USA, 2009. John Edward Jones entered Utah's Nutty Putty Cave on November 24, 2009 for a family adventure. While exploring a narrow passage headfirst, he became stuck, upside down, with his arms pinned. Rescuers worked for over 27 hours, but the cave's extreme tightness made extraction impossible. Blood drained from his legs, causing organ failure and cardiac arrest. He died trapped, alone in the dark. His death was so traumatic that the cave was permanently sealed with his body inside. John's ordeal is widely considered one of the most excruciating deaths in caving history, a harrowing reminder of the unforgiving nature of the underground. 2. Neil Moss, Peak Cavern, England, 1959. In 1959, 20-year-old Neil Moss became wedged in a narrow vertical shaft in Peak Cavern, Derbyshire. Oxygen tanks and rescuers descended to save him, but the confined space defeated all efforts. As oxygen dwindled and toxic gases rose, Neil remained conscious, knowing the end was near. His father, listening from above, was forced to call off the rescue. Neil died slowly, trapped and suffocating, his voice eventually fading into silence. His body was never recovered. The shaft was permanently sealed. His death shocked Britain and exposed the lethal danger of poorly planned cave descents. 3. Floyd Collins, Sand Cave, Kentucky, 1925. Floyd Collins was exploring Sand Cave in hopes of turning it into a tourist attraction. He got trapped when a rock fell on his leg, pinning him deep underground. Over the next 14 days, rescue attempts drew national attention, but rescuers couldn't reach him in time. Trapped in freezing temperatures with little food or water, Floyd eventually died from exposure, thirst, and exhaustion. His voice was heard for days, and the country listened through live radio broadcasts. His tragic end was slow, lonely, and painfully public, making him a legend in American folklore and a grim symbol of caving risks. 4. Cecilio Lopez III, Inti Machay Cave, Peru, 2014. Spanish caver Cecilio Lopez III suffered a fall deep inside Inti Machay Cave, breaking his spine and leaving him immobile at a depth of nearly 400 meters. For 12 agonizing days, he lay in pain while international rescue teams coordinated a complex evacuation. Though he eventually survived, his story stands out because of the sheer torment and time involved. Every movement triggered excruciating pain. Though not a death, his experience highlights the fragile line between life and death in caves, where survival depends on timing, teamwork, and the ability to endure the unthinkable. 5. Jean-Luc Jossuat Vergès, Catacombs of Paris, France, 2004. Jean-Luc Jossuat Vergès, a man battling depression, wandered into the restricted areas of the Paris catacomb, a dark maze of tunnels and bones. He became lost for 3 days without food, light, or direction. Hallucinations, panic, and hypothermia set in. He was found barely alive, but others haven't been so lucky. Some explorers have vanished completely in the 200-mile labyrinth. The catacombs, while not a natural cave, show how underground spaces can distort time and reality, leading to madness and slow, terrifying death by confusion and starvation in the dark. 6. The Plura Cave, Drowning, Norway, 2014. In 2014, 2 experienced divers died during an underwater cave expedition in Norway's Plura Cave system. Deep inside, one diver became stuck in a tight passage and panicked, consuming air rapidly. His partner tried to help, but also ran out of oxygen. Both drowned in total darkness, hundreds of feet beneath the surface. The frigid water, claustrophobic tunnels, and zero visibility made it nearly impossible to survive. Their bodies were recovered by volunteers in one of the most dangerous cave recovery missions ever attempted. The cold, silent death they suffered is the stuff of nightmares for divers and cavers alike. 7. David Shaw, Bushman's Hole, South Africa, 2005. David Shaw was an elite diver who died trying to recover the body of another diver, Dion Dreyer, from a depth of 270 meters in Bushman's Hole. As Shaw reached the corpse, he became entangled in the body bag. Overwhelmed by pressure and toxic gases, he lost consciousness and died in the same spot. His helmet camera recorded everything. Days later, both bodies floated to the surface together. Shaw's death was a chilling blend of ambition, risk, and tragedy. It exposed the horrifying physics of deep-water caves, where even the best are just seconds from disaster.